Do you have an album that you adore, but everyone else seems to hate? These polarizing albums often push boundaries and experiment with new sounds, leaving listeners either hooked or completely turned off. In this video, we look at 10 of the most debated pop albums ever. Reputation by Taylor Swift. Taylor's Reputation marked a significant shift in her career, both musically and thematically, moving away from her country roots and then the polished pop of her previous album 1989. She embraced a darker, edgier sound, infused with elements of hip-hop and electronic music. Depending on who you ask, it's her best or worst album of her career. The album's themes of revenge and media scrutiny resonated with many fans, but left others nostalgic for her earlier work. Despite its mixed reception, Reputation was a commercial success, debuting on number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling 1.2 million album equivalent units in its first week. Witness by Katy Perry. Witness was a bold attempt by Katy Perry to reinvent herself, moving away from the sugary sweet pop that made her famous. The album incorporated political themes, addressing issues like empowerment and self-awareness. It debuted on number 1 on the Billboard 200 with 180,000 album equivalent units in its first week. However, its experimental nature and departure from Katy's signature sound left many fans and critics divided. It also didn't have the huge hits like her previous albums. Some appreciated the risk-taking, while others felt the album lacked cohesion and the catchy hooks that defined her earlier hits. Art Pop is perhaps Lady Gaga's most ambitious and experimental album. It aimed to blend arts and pop culture, featuring a diverse range of genres and avant-garde production. While some praised Gaga for pushing boundaries and challenging pop norms, others criticized the album for being too erratic and unfocused. Juice and Drugs represents the spirit of the album. It was a banger, but a messy one. The album debuted on number 1 on the Billboard 200. with 258,000 copies sold in its first week. Despite a strong debut, it did not achieve the lasting commercial success of her previous work. Queen by Nicki Minaj. Nicki's Queen was a highly anticipated release that ended up dividing her fanbase. The album showcased her versatility, but also stuck to a specific sound. However, its long track list and the controversy surrounding its release, including a public feud with Travis Scott over chart positions and the hate train against her, coming off a rap beef, overshadowed the music for many listeners. While some praised the album for Nicki's rapping throughout, others criticized its lack of cohesion. The album is way too long with a 19-song track list, but it has some of the best rap performances of her career.
Did I lie? Did I lie? Did I fucking lie?
Bionic by Christina Aguilera. Christina's Bionic was a dramatic departure from her previous work, incorporating futuristic production and a mix of genres, heavily influenced by the electropop sound of that era. The album's experimental nature and inconsistent style left many listeners divided. While some appreciated her boldness, others felt the album lacked direction. It debuted on number 3 on the Billboard 200. with first week sales of 110,000 copies. Despite its mixed reception, Bionic has since gained a cult following. Journals by Justin Bieber. Journals marked a more mature and introspective turn for Justin Bieber, featuring R&B and hip-hop influences and more personal lyrics. Released with little promotion, the album diverged from his earlier pop hits, leaving many fans unsure of what to make of it. He was also in his disruptive Bizzle era, where he was involved in a new controversy, seemingly each week. The album was not submitted for sales tracking, so it did not rank on the Billboard 200. Due to his first week sales going unreported. The lead singles Heartbreaker and All That Matters managed to chart on the Billboard Hot 100, showcasing that Bieber's fan base was still supportive, even if they were divided. Some appreciated the rawness and maturity, while others missed the catchy, upbeat tunes that initially made him a star. Madame X by Madonna. Madame X saw Madonna embracing a variety of world music influences, creating an eclectic and politically charged album.
I actually don't know a lot of people in my business that are outspoken and political. maybe a handful.
While some praised her for continuing to innovate and push boundaries at this stage of her career, others found the album disjointed and criticized its heavy-handed themes. The genre hopping and sometimes jarring transitions between styles were seen as a lack of coherence. Despite the mixed reviews, the album showcased Madonna's relentless drive to evolve and remain relevant. Sweetener by Ariana Grande. Ari's Sweetener was a departure from her previous pop-centric albums, featuring a more experimental and R&B influenced sound. The album dealt with themes of healing and empowerment following personal hardships in her life.
I played the game, you know what I mean? I've made the pop bangers for a while, and like I've done that. And I wanted to do something different, something that felt a little bit more like home.
While some praised this innovation, others found the production uneven. Despite the divided opinions, Sweetener was a commercial success and marked a significant evolution in her career. It debuted on number 1 on the Billboard 200 with 231,000 album equivalent units sold in its first week. It also has some of the best songs of her career, like No Tears Left to Cry and Breathin'. Yeus by Kanye West. Yeus is one of the most polarizing albums in recent memory. Its abrasive production, minimalistic style, and controversial lyrics shocked many fans and critics. While some praised it as a groundbreaking and revolutionary album, others were put off by its stark departure from Kanye's previous sound. The first song, On Sight, set the tone with its harsh sound and immediately lets you know that this is going to be a different album. Some fans and critics say it's one of the most important albums of the 2010s, while others totally hate it. Despite the mixed reactions, Yeus is often cited as a pivotal moment in Kanye's discography.
You not like the reception Yeus has gotten? Cause I didn't like the album at all, and I was a Kanye West fan.
Yeah.
But Yeus was whack to me.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So what were you saying?
Bangers by Miley Cyrus. Bangers marked Miley's full transition from her Disney Channel persona to a more provocative and rebellious image. The album's mix of pop, hip-hop and country elements, combined with her controversial public behavior, left many fans divided. While some praised her boldness and willingness to reinvent herself, others felt the album was an over-the-top attempt to shed her clean-cut image. Regardless of the mixed opinions, Bangers was a commercial success and a defining moment in her career. It debuted on number 1 on the Billboard 200 with first week sales of 270,000 copies, and it has now been certified 3 times platinum by the RIAA. Tell me the polarizing albums I missed in the comments below.